Good afternoon. A little winded because I had to move the three-wheeler out here to the front and all that fun jazzy jivey stuff because I had someone coming by to pick that up. You know, a lot of odd, strange things are going on right now. I just like to leave, to be honest. There's just too much. Just way too much. I was gonna upload a different vid because I went on a walk, and no sooner do I get done talking about certain things, things change. One, I'm still getting bugged now by my narc. And I ended up letting her know, like, look, no. You know, basically trying to use history and guilt and all that on me to get me to talk to her again and do all this stuff. Like, the one person I thought was my best friend forever and all this stuff, and it's like, what the fuck? So kind of just, you know, what? I didn't let her have it in the sense of I started bellowing at her and all that stuff. I just sent her an email letting her know. I was like, I still love you, but I'm never going to trust you again. It's like, it's like she weaponized gaslighting, reactive abuse, all kinds of shit. All of it to the point that I finally got enough strength to walk away. And I only stuck around long enough there at the end, knowing that I was going to get hurt more to learn enough of the truth to leave. And it's like, you had 13 years to prioritize the relationship. 10 of it, you were obsessing over other people. Like, in the last 5, you put me through fucking hell. And over the last couple months, well, last few months, I should say, I had my life put in danger, and it wasn't even until the last couple months or so that I ended up learning. Yeah, I was a total Magoo. I had no idea that my life was in that much danger until I fucking left. And then the shit was coming to my folks' place, everything. The stalking, the cyber stalking, the fucking, all of it. It's like, I got my life fucking wrecked, and you're gonna sit and talk about how I walked away because of this? No, the love bombing, the hoovering, all this stuff hasn't stopped. I even made it clear to her. I was like, what you're doing right now this is what you're doing. It's like, you put my life in danger. I was like, I don't hate you. I still love you, but I'm never gonna trust you again. You need to, like, repair shit with your family or whatever. Go home, get away from all the toxic people that you're surrounded yourself with. Get some real support around you and get some real genuine help. Because I cannot, no. I can't help, no. That relationship cost me everything. I lost everything in this. It's like, no. Like, I don't even hate you at this point or anything like that, but it's like, why don't you put yourself in my shoes for once? How would it look to do what you did to do what you did to someone, destroy their fucking life, cost them everything, and it's like, it's beyond the point of shame on you type thing. It's shame on me because it's like, in this situation, the shame on me is I kept allowing myself to go back even when I knew that it was not going to get better. It grew beyond that. And it's like, how would you feel about seeing this go on with somebody, and then the person who was abusing them in every which way other than physically then turns around, wants to guilt them into talking to them again, wants to start pulling this shit, like making it out their fault, like it's your fault for why they treated you like shit, to the point that after so many times of being discarded, so many times of being cheated on, so many times of being lied to, so many fucking secrets, the fucking threats, the stalking, the harassment, all this shit that's been going on. Why the fuck would you go back to somebody who does that? Because I can tell you right now, I could never do that to somebody. I could not do that to her. I could not do that to anybody. And I don't wish this on anyone. If I had the option to just up and leave right now, I would do it without saying a damn fucking thing to the family. My folks already are aware of that. They know that I'm aiming for within the first couple weeks of March of leaving. I don't care where I have to go. I need to get as fucking far away as possible because, well... And as long as I'm stuck with the house, I'm stuck dealing with the same email and the phone number in this phone. So once that's done and sold, then I can up and gone. I just know I'm really done with this. And I can't help but feeling, you know, like I told her, I was like, you know, every time this happens and you do this stuff, it's because whoever you were discarding me for does to you what you were doing to me. And then you come back expecting me to just forget what was done. I was like, I have nothing left to lose at this point. I was like, I already lost everything because of this. Like, this needs to stop. No, I screenshotted the emails and all that, including what I said. So that way some people don't have to twist up what was said. And yeah, I added them to my pin post, even though it's on my Facebook, even though it's in private right now. That's still on there. It's all going on there. All this is being documented at this point. Because this type of shit needs to stop. I don't hate her. I recognize that there's something seriously fucking wrong. And she needs to get help. You can't keep fucking doing this to people. Keep fucking with their head, their emotion, their finances, everything. Their family, their friends, everything around them. And then literally drive them crazy. Do everything you can to get them to react to your abusive bullshit. So then you can go around and start claiming that this person's abusive. All this crap. And it's like, no. I'm not doing that. I'm not putting myself in that situation again. I'm open to meeting anybody else and building something with anybody else at this point. But not with that person. All I want for her is to get some genuine help and hope that she actually finds somebody that can actually make her happy for once. So she doesn't feel that she has to do the shit that she's doing, or can find somebody that will go along with it and do what she does right with her. I'm not that person. I'm not that person. No. I'm not. I'm monogamous. And if you're not, I don't want any part of that. Why? Well, because I just got to live through a long time of, yeah, someone having multiple relationships while I thought I was in a monogamous relationship that whole time. I'm not doing this anymore. And the thing that's I'm finding strange is this is all happening since last night into today. You know, this begging to talk again, this, you know, trying to use history, do all this stuff. And it's like, look, I still care about you and I still love you. I don't hate you. I want nothing to do with you. I don't trust you ever anymore at all. And now all of a sudden I'm getting let know that the hearing I have for tomorrow with Social Security has been canceled. And they'll notify me whenever they go to reschedule it, if they do. So I already know that clearly somehow, you know, somebody was fucking around with all of that. Yeah, great, cool. I still plan on getting rid of it once my home's sold. I don't like being on it, even though I worked my ass off. And that's how I gained that. I didn't get it just by walking into a Social Security office and go, yeah, I need money. I like money. I need some SSI. Please, sir, I need SSI. I don't get SSI. I don't get it. I don't get what I get for doing nothing or just... I would say more, but I gotta watch my mouth. Because, yeah, Oregon's pretty guilty with some shit. And I don't want people to actually take it wrong. It's not about certain qualities of people. It's just, yeah. But what I do I worked. I didn't gain SSD for free, and anybody who looks that up will realize you do not get that for free. You have to work and put into the system. The fact that that's at least still going, hopefully at least gives me enough time that, because I can at least make sure I cover my bills and not suddenly have it all pulled out from under me. But I at least have a chance of being able to leave and not feel like I'm 100% drowning. I can still at least, wear at least some sort of scuba mask with the straw so that the hose is going up above the water so I can get some air. Because I am drowning slowly, but it is what it is. And in order for me to reverse this, I've got to go away. I've got to leave. I don't want any part of this mess. It's really done some serious damage in this family on so many fucking levels. And in the process of learning things, there's things that I've learned in all this that it's like, okay, there's things that I have questions about that I don't really talk about on here because, yeah, pertaining to, I'll say family, but I can't say immediate family. And part of it's making me wonder if it has something to do with my genealogy, my ancestry. But I have questions. It's just, like I said, it's not something I'm going to talk about on here. Nor bring up. It's not something. It's a subject that I don't think really should be brought up in every detail. I've already said enough in a couple of earlier vids, because enough has been brought up, plus other things that kind of confirm my questioning about certain situations and scenarios where my mom's concerned, and other things. It's like, and yeah, there's questions. There's some questions I already know isn't going to get answered. Sorry, my nose is running. And no, the only Coke I do is off-brand. Honestly, I prefer RC. I don't actually, no. But, no, there's things going on that has sprung from this whole scenario that it's like, I don't know how much is connected or what, but clearly it's all connected to somehow, like I was saying, from what I was dealing with in that's why I'm not sure how to address it, whether it's I call it my last relationship, situationship, or what. But dealing with that mess, thought it only had to pertain with the one person and a bunch of flying monkeys, only to find out that there's all this other shit that was going on around this. And it's like, are you shitting me? Like, when I start getting answers to one thing to walk away, and then I start picking up on shit that it's like, okay, now I have more questions, probably more than I did before. And I honestly would like to know, to be honest. But in the meantime, because of what I'm dealing with right now, because that stuff I can't really do anything about. It's like, I don't know who to talk to on that. And the people I probably would want to talk to and all, I'll be lucky if I ever get to see them again. but I'm at a point that I'm just done with the bullshit and really needing to, yeah. I recognize there's a level of sacrifice that I'm having to make that in so many ways I don't really want to. And it's at that level of if needing to only be able to take one of my animals with and having to return in some form to get my other animals, then so be it. It's just there's only so much right now that I'm willing to sacrifice in this life right now to finally have to get my life started, and I've lost everything. You know, I've sacrificed and lost everything to try and make one person happy, only to find myself in a bigger mess than I ever thought I could ever be in. And all for what? All because I blindly loved someone like a fool, to learn in the end, after the damage was done, that there was a lot of damage. And it's like, some of it, it's like it gets to a point and say, I don't really want to know anymore. I know enough. What I would like to know is this other shit that's surrounding it, you know, that's come about. And so it's like, those are things that I'm more or less curious about. I've picked up on certain things where certain types of stalking, harassment, and all that has slowed down over the last week or so. I still get the random calls here and there. I still got the jackasses, like, putting my email into weird websites or whatever, and now I'm getting all this weird spam mail in my spam box, you know, to all this dirty shit. And so that's okay though, because that email, my primary email, is going to be changing, and that's just going to be a dummy email for the dummies. And yeah, in fact, I already have a new email. I just am not making any of that public. That's literally, that email's only for very, very, like, specific people. If I feel comfortable with you to give you my personal email type thing, then you'll get it. That type of thing. I found I had to learn a lot of really fucked up lessons, and I'm not taking the blame for other people's actions anymore and treatment. And I'm not out to seek revenge on them or anything like that. But yeah, I did I very much exposed the abuse. I very much am going to continue to expose it so long as it continues. Yet in all honesty, for it to stop, I've got to get as far away from that person as possible. And anybody that they're linked to, yeah. I don't hate anyone, I just hate what's been going on. I'm not angry with anyone, I'm angry with what's been done. You know, I do take some of the blame on some of this for myself, because, you know, I allowed blind love to put me into this position. And so, not doing that again. I'm trying to be careful about some things that I say too when it comes to relationships and types of people I meet, not because I'm not out to jinx it or make it or what have you, I'm not, yeah, I'm because half the time I'm afraid that the things I say is being misinterpreted. I just know that this isn't the place for me anymore. Sitting right here in this uncomfortable bench seat in this fucking trailer, or depending on where you're from, caravan. Not really having anybody to talk to at all. Like, nobody. Like I said, I talk to my buddy Nate once in a while, here and there. You know, we usually short chat, each night, just seeing how each other's doing, checking on each other and family type stuff. Because, yeah, that family was very much a family to me than my own. That's what makes that part difficult. I wouldn't have had a lot of the religious influences that I've had, like especially at the degree that I had, if it wasn't in particular for that family. My brother Mikey's family had a big play in it. My old buddy Adam and his family had a big play in it. And there's been some others too, here and there. But that was my biggest influence. And so, yeah, no, that's where that makes it so hard. It's not just the length of time of knowing them and all this stuff. It's the fact that family, where my family during holidays, over the years at times was off, like either going to the beach or the mountain and having holidays with other people. I was being invited to their house for like holiday dinners and lunches and stuff to go spend time with their family. And so it's like, that's why that there's very specific families to me, very specific, that mean a lot to me. And so having to make the decision to completely leave and remove myself from this entire scenario and situation, it does bother me because I'm having to leave behind people I really genuinely care about. Doesn't mean I'm never going to talk to them again. No. Especially when it comes to my buddy Nate and all. Yeah, we did a lot of dumb things together growing up as kids, and we did a lot of fun things that weren't so dumb growing up and all that. Did going to church, youth groups, all that stuff. Yeah. So, I mean, that's my family there. And so I'm already have already mentally prepared myself to say goodbye to the people I I don't want to say goodbye to, but I'm prepared to do it because this has become too much, and as much as it does bother me, I'm burned out on it. I'm done with it. I'm trying to move forward. I'm doing my best to lower certain defenses and boundaries to allow myself to start meeting other people. Because having realized and learned and, processed what's all gone on, I'm ready to move on into something else, already knowing that I still got to deal with my own shit, and that's not somebody else's responsibility. That's for me to deal with, that type of thing. And I've never done that to anybody in any relationship before. Go from what one person did and put it on to the next. I've never done that. I do blame myself, though, because it was obvious, looking back, I have a thing for a certain personality type. And it's like the same person, different body type thing. And it's like, it's almost a skewed view of it. And it's like, no, it's like, what do you say? How do you say it? Nothing can replace the original. I'll just say it that way. And so, I definitely, I've learned and know what I want in life. The hard part is just figuring out how to get there, and being able to be focused enough to focus on like those one or two things, and not feel like I want to go from here to here to here. I can multitask. It's just I don't want to be overwhelmed anymore, and I can't carry. I can carry my own weight, and I don't mind helping other people and all that in the process in that situation. But I can't. I just can't do this shit anymore. What I've been going through. This has been too much. And I'm trying not to carry on too deep into it. So, but I just got a message from the guy that's coming out to pick up the 3-wheeler. And I gotta watch for him. So I can get it out here into the front and all that fun, awesome, loving stuff. go grab a towel real quick and wipe it down real fast. But yeah, thanks for watching. No, I'm doing all right. Just, yeah, I've basically have already made my decisions. It's coping with those decisions to different levels, and at the same time trying to rely on my faith and my hope, you know, where God's concerned, and that whatever happens next, you know, I'm basically, like I said, I'm leaving it to God to make decisions for it, you know, in that sense. When it comes to whoever, whatever, wherever, whenever, that type of thing, I'm just trying to get through each day and do my best to, if I can, at least plan for tomorrow. I rarely plan beyond that, because the future can go in any direction at any moment. It can change it can change in the moment of saying the wrong thing, doing the wrong thing, or taking a left turn instead of a right turn. Everything can change just like that. That's why I do my best. In a way, I don't really have to do my best. There's no effort in it, really, to not really plan that far ahead in the future, but at least have goals set. That this is what I'd like to be doing. This is where I'd like to be. You know, it's now just trying to figure out day by day on getting to that goal. So, take care and have a good one. I'll post up again later, one more or something, or a couple more, because it's just how I am. I've been trying to slow down on this stuff, but again, I don't have anybody to talk to and all that, so this is a little less crazy to me to talk to you guys in the camera than it is to just sit here and and just talk to nothing, or just sit here silently on a constant. I spent a long time doing that, so